Hello my beautiful friends, and welcome to your holistic and cyclical approach to life and business. My name's Leticia Ringe, and today we're talking about how we do business is how we do life. Now, the reason that this topic is so important to understand is because once we become aware of issues that are showing up in our business, we can use that awareness to also transcend and overcome that same issue showing up in all the other areas in our life. And this is because the way we do one thing is generally the way that we do everything. And because our business is such a supercharged environment where we have a lot of our fears coming up really loud and front and center, and we also get to learn what our incredible strengths are, it makes it the perfect playground for self-discovery and for your growth and evolution as not only a business owner, but as a beautiful individual. So today what I'm going to show you are some examples of how this might be showing up in your business and in the rest of your life. And then I'm going to take you through a 4-step process to help you bring that awareness to some of the most popular issues in your life and how you can use that awareness to then transcend those issues. So I hope that sounds great, and let's dive in. So first things first, one of the most common issues that comes up for myself, and as a result of that for most of my clients that I work with, is the issue of perfectionism. Now, this comes up in all sorts of ways. It might be spending so much time planning and on our to-do lists that then we never allow ourselves to get started on actually taking the action on any of those to-dos or on completing a project. And that's a big one when it comes to perfectionism. It can be not even getting started, but also getting started but just never allowing yourself to complete a project. And we all know that for a sense of creative fulfillment, we have to allow ourselves to go through all of the stages of creativity, which includes creating, completing, and sharing our work with the world. So you might be a perfectionist in your business, and you see this in the way that it comes up and limits you from serving your clients and doing the things that you want to do and taking the chances that you want to take and actually finishing the projects that you're working on. And so what I ask you, if that is something that is coming up for you, is to look at your other areas of your life. Your health, if you've got another job, you can look there. You can look at your family. You can also look at your spiritual connection, your connection with yourself. You can have a look at your money, all areas of your life, and have a look at how you show up in those areas. Is perfectionism also flaring up in those areas of your life too?
What if there's no room for a ribbon drawer because the baby stuff takes up all the space? Where will all the ribbons go?
Another example, and this is a very recent one of my clients was talking about her fear of doing things wrong or of being in the wrong, and how that was also playing into perfectionism and how it was stopping her from showing up in her business in the way she wanted. And when we dove into that, we realized, well, this wasn't just in her business, this was in all aspects of her life. So she saw, wow, I've been limiting myself not only in my business, but I'm doing this within my family, within my relationship to myself, within my other job, within my life as a whole. So once she had that awareness and was able to shine her light on that, she's then able to look at, well, what is the impact of transcending just this one issue? And then she had more momentum and motivation to go and change things for herself. And this is why it's so important to understand this concept that how we do business is how we do life. Now, you can also use this concept to also become aware of issues that are showing up in your business that you might not be aware of. So for instance, something that was very obvious to me throughout my life is that I have a tendency to over-consume. And so that showed up in so many different ways. It showed up in setting myself endless lists of things that I wanted to do and consume, like as a kid, reading like 20 books. I'd go to the library, I would literally hire out 20 books, and I wanted to read them all, and I wanted to read them all right away. And then this is the same when it came to the way that I showed up in my studies. I wanted to study all the things, and then that would lead me to having way too much to do and then not being successful in any of them. And then if I look at the rest of my life, my health and my relationships, I noticed this same pattern. And then when I look at my business, I notice that I also have this same pattern of wanting to study all of the things and do all of the things and consume all of the things. And that was getting in the way of me being able to focus on implementing and creating. So as soon as I was aware of that pattern, that it was showing up in my life and then must be showing up in my business, I was able to see, okay, I need to create some boundaries around what I consume so that I can properly implement the things that feel most important for me in my business at this time. So I urge you to have a think about what issues might be showing up for you as well. And I've just got my little phone here and I'm going to take you through another couple of options. So another one is you might be finding yourself doubting your clients. So you might doubt that they're going to get results. You might doubt that they really want to work with you. You might doubt that they think that they can help you, that you can help them. And so I would also look at your other areas of your life and see where there's tendency to doubt other people and doubt, that people want to be your friend, or doubting that your partner is truly in love with you, or doubting that this person can give you results, whether that's maybe it's with your health. So look to whether that's showing up there. Another one is, this pattern of wanting to rush to get to the end result. This is something one of my clients was speaking to me about the other day as well, wanting to rush to the end. And I definitely have experienced this too. And if I look at all the other areas of my life, that's exactly how I was approaching my exercise and, wanting to find a partner and all of these beautiful things, rather than enjoying the process and being really happy with where I am right now. Another one is if you have a fear of commitment. So you might find this showing up in your business where you're like, I don't want to commit to anything. I don't want to commit to a niche. I don't want to commit to a particular type of content. I don't want to commit to even a website platform. You might find it really hard to make decisions and make commitments. And you also might be currently going through the dating process and notice that this is showing up there. You feel really scared of committing to another person and of getting it right. And so you also notice that when it comes to exercise and committing to a form of exercise, you find the same problem there too. So see how we do business is also how we do life. Another example here is if you have problems with receiving. So perhaps you find it really difficult to allow yourself to receive in your business. That could be through asking for help. It could be through receiving money. It could be through receiving support. Whatever it is, you find you're blocking yourself from receiving. And then you look at other areas of your life and you notice that you have the same issue there. It might be with your friends. You find it really hard when they offer to help you or pay for your lunch or do something really nice for you. You find it really hard to receive that without feeling like you owe them something or that then you're responsible for something. So once we have this beautiful, beautiful awareness, we can use it to not only make beautiful shifts within our business, but also impact the rest of our life. And this is simply through learning new skills, like learning how to overcome perfectionism, learning how to overcome self-doubt, learning how to complete projects, learning how to dissolve fears of being in the wrong. So when we have that bigger inspiration, we're more likely to try and transcend these issues, and then we experience growth within ourselves as both a business owner and leader, and also as the leading person in your life. So here is my 4-step process then for you for bringing yourself this awareness and transcending the issue that's coming up for you. And I just want to mention that equally the same, just like there are issues that show up in our business as with the rest of our life, our gifts are also showing up in our business as in the rest of our life. The areas that feel easeful are also showing up in our business as they are for the rest of our life. So it works both ways. So 4 steps for helping you get that awareness on any limiting behaviors or fears that are getting you in the way of showing up as you want to in your business. This is the 4 steps that I recommend to help you bring that awareness and transcend that particular issue or behavior. So the first step is to ask yourself, what is the number one fear or limiting behavior that is showing up in my business? Ask yourself that question and then name it. Write it down. What is it? And if you don't know what it is within your business, then you can ask yourself, okay, if I consider my life as a whole, what is that issue that's showing up? And then secondly, ask yourself, how is that same issue showing up in other areas of your life? So start to observe how it's showing up so that you are building that awareness of the impact of that issue in your business and in the rest of your life. And then thirdly, what you want to do is then ask yourself, what can I do to transcend this issue? What could I do differently? How could I approach my business or these other areas of my life in a different way that is different to the way that I have been approaching it? So if you are suffering with perfectionism, what could I do to release this perfectionism, this perfectionist behavior that I have? So for instance, if it is, I write endless to-do lists and I cannot complete them, and I will not allow myself to do the things that I really want to do until I complete that list, then perhaps the solution then is to start to allow yourself not to ever finish that to-do list and to get really comfortable with that idea, and instead allow yourself to do the most important thing on your list for your own fulfillment. It's usually what you're resisting the most, to do that thing first. That could be a solution that you come up with. And then step 4 is to look at how not having that issue in your life will change your business and the other areas of your life. So what is the impact of you finding a solution to overcome that issue? How is that going to change your life and the way you show up in your business? What are the results of that? And this is so you get really, really inspired and motivated to make the change. And please know that at first that change will be uncomfortable, but throughout time it will get easier and easier and easier until it becomes second nature. And then you have a new strength, a new gift that is showing up not only in your business, but also in the other areas of your beautiful life. Okay, my beautiful friends, thank you for watching this. If you've got a comment, please pop that in the comments below. Give me a like if you liked this video. And if you have a question or something that you'd love to hear about in one of my next videos, also pop that in the comments. Okay, everybody, it's been beautiful to be here with you, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.